Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. US markets were up about 1% on the back of development that the Greece issue could be near resolution, and also the earnings season has come to an end. European markets too were up anywhere from about 0.4% to almost about 1.5%. And when we look at the Asian markets today morning, most of the markets are up anywhere from 0.3 to almost about 0.5%, and SGX Nifty is also suggesting that we are going to open up about 22 odd points. In terms of flows, friends, FIs were net buyers in the cash market to the tune of 406 crore. The domestic institutional sellers to the tune of about 705 crore, and in the index futures, the FIs were sellers to the tune of about 619 crore. And we are seeing that for past about 8 to 10 trading sessions, the FIs have been sellers in the cash market, and that trend has not reversed as yet, which is not a positive development. To talk more about the F&O data and ideas and strategies that we can have from the F&O side, let me invite our F&O expert.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. In yesterday's market we have seen Nifty opening up with a positive bias in line with other international markets, and however it showed some selling pressure at around 8,700 odd levels, which was the crucial resistance for the market, and slide downwards. But however, at the end of the day we have seen Nifty go past 8,700 quite easily and has been conquering all hurdles in last 2 to 3 trading sessions, and of late it closed 1% higher at 8752.20. Now the open interest terms, we have seen minor addition in open interest, that is long formation was seen by market participants in yesterday's trade. That is around 2.5% was built up in open interest, that is 5.5 lakh shares were added in open interest, and cost of carry was more or less same, that is premium have been more or less same at around 40 to 43 odd levels, and cost of carry is also at 12.17% in yesterday's trading session. Put call ratio have been higher, seeing a sharp jump in Nifty. We have seen 1 basis point higher in put call ratio, indicating good amount of addition was observed in put option, and simultaneously call option has seen reduction in open interest in yesterday's trade, and volatility index was more or less same at around 20.16 levels. Now the options activity, call option have seen a good amount of unwinding. Remember friends, we have been suggesting 8,700 has been quite active, and shorting the has been quite active by the market participants, and majority of the positions over there was on the shorter side. And yesterday's trade we have seen a sharp pullback from the lower levels, and Nifty hitting a century odd gain, and we have seen 8,700 call option has seen good amount of unwinding, that is 3 odd percentage unwinding in open interest, while 8,800 has started seeing some kind of build up, that is momentum and position has getting shift from 8,700 to 8,800 call option. However, 9,000 still remains as the highest in terms of open interest for this series. While in put option we have seen 8,600, 8,700 showing significant amount of build up in open interest, that is around 21% to 32 odd percentage in yesterday's trade. Now this was a mix of long and short, which we read. If you see the implied volatility, which has been increased by 2 odd percentage, and call option implied volatility have came down. So we'll consider majority of the build up in 8,600 and 700 has been on the longer side by the market participants. This was due to the event which was been there in the late in the evening, that is for the IIP data and the CPI data which was going to be released. And since we have been more or less in line, we might see some kind of unwinding in this put option in today's trade. There were 3 securities in buying period for today's trade, that is HDL, India Bull Real Estate, and Wockhardt Pharma. On FIS terms, in index futures there were net sellers of around 619 odd crores. Now despite we have seen market going up by around 100 odd points in yesterday's trade, we have not seen FIs building up the long positions, and there have been some kind of building the short positions in yesterday's trade. We have seen there have been net sellers of around 620 crores with open interest up by 2.5%. The crucial, now we'll have to watch FIS data and index futures quite closely in coming trading session if we are expecting a sharp upside. If FIs have not been able to build long positions, we might not see a sharp upside in the market going forward. Index options, they were net buyers of 152 odd crores, while stock futures they continue to be net sellers, and yesterday's trade also they were net sellers of around 214 odd crores, and in stock options they were net sellers of only 5 crores. Now on the 5 days we have our 5 days we have is at 8,700 with a low range at 8650 and high range at 8,900. SGX Nifty is trading positive by 12 points, taking positive cues from the international markets. We might see flight to positive opening for our market also. And SGX Nifty is currently trading at 8782.50. Thank you guys. That concludes from my side.
Let me take you through Sharekhan pre-market action report starting trading ideas. First, a long call on ICICI, as there are news that the Prudential PNC is looking at selling about 5% stake in the insurance JV for a total valuation of about $5 to $6 billion, which would be about 25 to 30,000 crore. So one can go long on ICICI Bank with stop loss of 334.4 and a target of about 355 to about 360. Lupin, finally the approval from FIPB for the higher FI stake at about 49% has come through. So one can go long on Lupin with the stop loss of 1594 and a target of about 1650 to about 1670. Pale came out with a dismal set of numbers and the net profit came in at about 212.6 crore versus the expectations of about 333 crore. So one can short Pale with a stop loss of 271.4 and a target of about 263 to about 260. In other news and developments, IIT number came in at about 1.7%, which continues to be quite dismal for many months now, and the January CPI came in at about 5.11%, which is marginally higher than what we had seen last month. RICO Auto board is looking at a board meet to consider an interim dividend, so watch out for some action in the RICO Auto counters. They have got a surplus cash which they are looking at distributing through dividend. JLR global retail volumes came down 5% at about 37,137 units for January 2015. And as per the sources of the story in the Economic Times, Dilip Sangvi is in talks with Suzlon promoter Tulsi Tanti for a possible stake in Suzlon. In other news updates, Titan is in talks to buy 15% stake in the online diamond portal Carrot Line. Reliance Capital Q3 profit came in at about 213 crore, about 28% kind of growth. And Dalco Q3 PAT came in at about 359 crore, about 7.25% higher. And Glenmark profit came in much lower than the market expectations. Came in at about 115 crore versus the expectations of about 173 crore, mainly because of the forex loss and the delays in the US approvals. SpiceJet net profit widened to about 275 crore. Coal India also, the numbers were not impressive. The net profit went down by 16.2%. Dhanlaxmi Bank profit came in at about 17.10 crore, and even Cipla's performance was not that impressive. The net profit growth was 15.3%, which was weaker than the market expectations. Here are the companies that will be announcing numbers today. Long list. State Bank 3,400 crore PAT, REC 1475 crore PAT is what we are looking at. Oil India 808, BPCL 743, M&M 613, SAIL 311, RCOM 251 crore, HPCL 224 crore, IOC 196 crore, and finally Eicher Motor 163 crore. Here is the stock list with positive and negative bias. Stocks with positive bias are Adani Enterprise, Dr. Reddy and Havels, and stocks with negative bias are Voltas, Bata India and Orient Bank. Stocks for investments that we like at this point of time are Maruti, Aditya Birla Nuvo, Axis Bank, Infosys and Grasil. That's it from all of us friends. Have a great weekend and see you on Monday morning.